Chad, is this optimal? Probably not. Is it freaking awesome? Oh, heck yeah. We got some wind conditions. We got snow conditions. We got mind conditions. And we got some sprints today. And I am so stoked. These are tempo runs. 460 yards. This will be the longest distance I've done in a hot minute. And reason why I'm doing it today, even with the sub-optimal conditions, is because it's snowing the next 3 days, and there's no other place where I can have that distance indoors. And so I figured, let it snow, baby. We'll get out here, we'll get the work done, crush it. Very excited. I actually feel very good too, so let's go. Something about it, it's romantical, you could say. Romantical. Something I need to start working on more is my lateral speed movement. And that is because the combine, they removed the 10-yard dash for some reason. And now they have us doing a 5-10-5 transfers into bobsled. There's zero lateral movement that I'm aware of in bobsled. But then again, I know nothing about this sport other than trying to get in the system. So I got merino wool long johns. I got a merino wool base layer. What people don't know about wool is even if it gets wet, it stays warm. Unlike a lot of the other materials out there, if you live in the frigid north and you don't own wool, what are you doing with your life? One thing that I am painfully aware of, since I've been increasing my sprinting distances, is how little I'm trained at those higher speeds. I don't feel like I can, the coordination, I don't feel like my body is really ready to let go. And because of that, I really have low expectations for this session today. Also with the conditions, but honestly, screw the conditions, okay? Sun Tzu said, do not ask for optimal conditions. Ask for an optimal mindset to weather all conditions. Look at that, I got a friend who's now out on the course. I'm not alone. Are you guys aware of the fact that we're going to space, and not just going to space like the Katy Perry, space skimming, where they're like 10 seconds in space or whatever it was. No, we're going deeper than ever before into space. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not anti-moon landing, okay? I'm not full blame McConnell on it, but it is incredibly weird. That might be an understatement that we have not been back to the moon. But this trip, this voyage, is supposed to be further past the moon than ever before. And it just amazes me how nobody's talking about it. It's supposed to happen in the next couple weeks. And then in the next couple of years, they plan on landing on the moon again. Asterisks. Did they actually land on the moon? And I'll be honest with you, it seems like as a society, we have lost optimism. And because of that, anything that could be cool and bonding between us as Americans is lost in the war of cynicism. Where did the optimism go? You know what I'm saying? It requires bad ideas and optimism. Some of the most epic things started with what was at first seemed like a bad idea, but it was the optimism that projected it into something incredible. And as a society, we have so many nihilists, so many pessimists. Everybody feels entitled to this, that, or the other without, like nobody knows how to make a glass of lemonade anymore. Wow, these are tight with wool socks on. Holy crap. But nobody knows how to make a glass of lemonade anymore. And because of that, society kind of feels like it sucks as a whole. Everybody wants to point fingers at the other, but let me tell you something. If you spend too much time pointing instead of focusing on what you can actually control, this is a concept I have to deal with in counseling all the time. People want to point at these people outside of their control and like, oh no, my problem is because of this person. Brother, we cannot do any psychotherapy on the person outside of the counseling office. And by doing that, we are wasting your time and frankly my time because I don't want to do it. So if you spend too much time pointing, there's a good chance you're part of the nihilism problem. All right, I got a couple warm-up runs. Let's do this. Do not know this man running, but let me tell you something. Somebody who's running in this weather, two types of people. One, you got demons. Two, you are an optimist. And just by his aura, I'm assuming he's an optimist. This is my second warm-up one. I did one with the camera off. Hopefully, these reps will increase my sense of optimism moving forward. It's a weird thing about optimism is it's like data is not always optimism's friend. It's kind of a weird conundrum. I like to think I'm somewhat data driven, but at the same time, not at the expense of the heart. Okay. Okay. 4.89 with a 10 run in. Not fully loose, but I probably need to get started anyways. This is gonna be rep 1. If I could hit low 4.8s, it's supposed to be 85 to 90% effort. Really just trying to regain the skill of running at top speed, because it is very much a skill. The rhythm, the relaxation, the cues, relax, flow state. So if I could hit about my PR, if PR is 4.83, 4.84, I can't remember exactly. That was not done on lasers though, that was video time. But if I could hit that, daggum, that would be wonderful. If I could hit that, whew. Okay. 10-yard lead. Let's go. Holy, 4.67. That was way faster than I thought it would be. Optimism, baby. Now I need to rest about 4 or 5 minutes, which is probably the worst part of sprint workouts, is sitting, contemplating life. I prefer keeping my workouts fast-paced. Honestly, like I barely warmed up for this. Just my body felt right. Like my mind was like, I'm here, I'm ready, do what you will. And that was what it was saying my body is saying. So it's interesting. Yesterday, I was talking with one of my fellow counselors at the place I work at, And we were talking about narcissism. It's fascinating because we got on the topic of female narcissists. This other counselor I was talking to, she's a female. And so I have never had the opportunity to work with a female narcissist. Part of that is because they are very hard to detect. I've worked with several male narcissists, and you can get a feel pretty quick. They are oftentimes, so I'm talking in generalities. It's kind of like saying, like women, like breast cancer is primarily a female disease, but men can have it too, okay? So just because I say male narcissism presents in this way and female narcissism presents in this way, doesn't mean that it has to. How's it going, man?
What?
How's it going?
Good.
Good. But male narcissism is very verbose, grandiose. They want people to know what a Chad they are, how awesome they are. They want people to know that they're rich, wealthy, they're cool, influence. I had a guy who's definitely a narcissist come in, and first session, he was bragging about how much money he can make, his capabilities of making money. Simultaneously, this dude is living on welfare, okay? Like, that is that's a big banner in the sky, red flag, okay? And I do think he's made good money at times, so I don't doubt that. But there was just this weird incongruence, right? And also male narcissists, when they get upset and they feel like you're onto them, they are more likely to get like to physically posture. They want to physically intimidate you. And if they aren't capable of doing that, if they're a wee little man, what they'll do is they'll get verbally abusive and try to verbally karate chop you. So oftentimes these guys walk around with a big bag of words and they'll throw them out willy-nilly. But female narcissists are interesting because where the male narcissist tries to play apex predator, the female narcissist tries to play apex victim. And in doing this, taking on these certain postures of victimhood, they are able to corral a body of people who are on their side, and they create social ostracization of whoever their target is. I think I'm ready to do another rep. Okay, baby. Well, I hit 4.669. There's a lot of value in hitting those higher speeds. There's just so much value in that. And especially taking a little bit of the emphasis off of the acceleration. For me, I get so tense at those high speeds. This is so good for me. Let's see what we got. 4.69 top. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, that felt good. The wool socks, while wearing the spikes, hurt my feet so bad. Oh. 4.83, okay. Slower. That's okay. I think I got one or two more. Let me check. Hey, I got one more rep left. I'm gonna take off the wool socks. Feel pretty warm, pretty good. So if you hit sub 4.8, that'd be good. Smiling and satisfied. I also brought out the singlet because of America. I've always kind of wanted to sprint in the singlet, and I feel like it'd be a beautiful thing to behold. How long are you in town?
2 more days.
Oh, okay. The weather sucks for...
Not ideal.
No. It was like 70 degrees just like 3 days ago.
Yeah, I know. I ran yesterday. It was really nice out.
Yeah. Boys, we're going to fly. We are sleek and supple, and I think we'll move pretty well. Fridge flying for America. Gotta get the shoes back on. I think another thing with the female narcissist is similar to the male narcissist. Everybody in their life will be like, hey man, you're the problem. You need to change. And they will be unwilling to change. It's actually kind of spectacular to watch, because it's like, what in the cognitive dissonance is going on in your head? Like, do you actually believe that? And it is hard to study narcissism because, frankly, they do not like going into therapy. And so most male narcissists are studied in prison because they're kind of forced. But female narcissists, obviously there's fewer females in prison, so there's even less studying of female narcissists. All right, we're ready to go. We're going as fast as an eagle today. That's why we broke out the singlet. All right, baby, let's go. Fly like a bird. This is technically supposed to be 90%, but if we go a little harder, will anybody be hurt? Probably not, so. Okay. Holy moly. All right, let's see the results, baby. Oh my, 4.5. That is real good. Smiling and satisfied. And honestly, I didn't even feel like I hit full speed. People are always whining, oh, my conditions aren't optimal. I don't have the right pre-workout. I stubbed my toe. Temperature's not right. Dude, shut up and do work, okay? This is freaking America. Okay, so this is the last thing. First off, I was thinking about it, and I was like, those numbers might not be accurate, because what if the snow tripped the laser? Unlikely, but it could have happened. Because a 4.51 would be, if I'm being honest with myself, not optimistic, that is out of character, you could say. So there's that. And secondly, a tip to expose the narcissist in your life, if that's an actual thing. And honestly, don't go around calling people narcissists, because it's more complicated than them being a selfish asshole, okay? Is set boundaries. And boundaries will expose people that value themselves over you. And here's the thing. Everybody in your life can't value you more than they value themselves. That's silly. Your coworkers, that's a terrible expectation. But the people that are important to you, if they cannot honor some of those boundaries, that tells you a lot about where you are in relation to them. And then secondly, get after it, bros. Get after it. Get rid of excuses. Show me an excuse and I'll show you a butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has excuses. Everybody has butts, unless you've had the bottom half of your body chopped off from, I don't know, a scythe. But, okay, that's it. Peace. Bye. All right, I'm back at the office. One last thing. I said that the other thing was the one last thing. One last thing I want to add, okay? A mentor of mine, I remember he said this thing very clearly. He said, people always want God to open up doors, but they're not willing to try doors. They're not even willing to like grab the handle and jiggle it and maybe like try to open it, or preemptively try to open it and run into the door. Like, yeah, you might hurt your nose, but your nose will recover. But people just want God to like freaking blow open this door and like vacuum them through it. And frankly, you're going to just get nowhere in life with those demands. Just start. Even if you don't know the end. Frodo and Sam, they had no idea the end of the journey they were going on, but they just started, okay? Just start. Start today. Whatever that looks like for you. Peace.